Hello there and welcome from me, Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, to Lunchtime News here on UBC TV this Tuesday, the 12th day of November 2024. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. Now, Prime Minister Robina Nabanja has flagged off students going to China to attend training in artificial intelligence, 5G and digital power, cloud computing and ICT. The students who were selected by Huawei Technologies will participate in the prestigious 2024 Huawei Leap Digital Talent Training in Shenzhen, China. We have more in this story.
On behalf of government of the Republic of Uganda, the President of the Republic of Uganda, we flag off 5 young people who are going to China to continue with their studies in the ICT. I want to thank Hawaii for the good work we've done. You go and do us proud. I want to thank Hawaii for the good work you are doing for our country. Uganda is committed to moving towards there. And I believe in just a short while, we shall also be like China. Uganda is developing at a very high speed. We are trying to connect the internet backbone to almost all parts of the country, and I know you have been key in this regard. So we want to thank you.
Time we bring the 5 students back to China. This is the second batch. The first batch in June. We take 15s. Every year we have this kind of program. We select the top performance students to China, attend Huawei Leap Digital Talent study touring. We hope during the time they are in China, they can experience different hands-on training about the latest technology, like the 5G, AI. When they come back from China, you can contribute the digital transformation of Uganda.
Murungi Devonti. I'm from Kakumle district. I'm going to China. I'm very happy that I'm going to China. I'm pleased. I'm going to learn new things. I also thank the Prime Minister that she has given me this opportunity to go outside. I'm very happy. I'm going to get to know more about artificial intelligence. I'm going to present my country, tourism, agriculture, coffee, and the other things. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Brian Mulindwa. I'm from Kakumiro, one of the beneficiaries of Leap Talent for Future, who are going to represent the country in China. And we are really happy and so grateful for this company of Huawei, which shall be leaving to China to represent the country. Come that time, come 23rd, when you're coming back, we are coming back with success. And we're going to come back when the Ugandan flag is up. We're going to come with success. We're going in a competition. We're going to study more about this technology, advancement from the analog to the digital world.
Yeah, my name is Tumukunde Makerere Oine. I'm a student at Kampala International University Western Campus. I'm a student of medicine and very interested in ICT. I believe that in integrating ICT into our medical sector will improve our lives. So that's why I wanted to really participate in this LEAP program headed by Huawei that is taking us to China. Yeah, it will be a very good learning experience for us, and I thank the government of Uganda for letting us participate and giving us the necessary equipment and funds to go.
And all the best to those students there. Now, Makerere University students who were suspended for their involvement in disruptive activities have appealed to the university administration to allow them to sit for their exams. The students explained that their participation in the peaceful demonstration was motivated by the delayed disbursement of their allowances, which left them struggling financially and unable to meet basic needs.
Yeah, my suspension is not as a result that I wanted alone. It was a cause of all the students. And by the mere fact that I was among the people, I was in the group of the people. So as the police were telling us to go back, I was pulled from behind and definitely were taken to Nyege and my letter was brought to Nyege police station where I was arrested. Then I was suspended from there. But up to now, I don't know the reason as why they have suspended me.
3 weeks prior to the demonstration, as student leaders, we went to the dean of students asking her about our allowances. She told us that we should wait for another 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, we saw nothing on board. So after that, as student leaders, and some of us said, no, we cannot keep like this.
Just our prayer that they let the university at least revise and let them allow us to do exams.
Okay. On empty stomachs.
No, it's okay.
Why? It's okay.
Why? We want to make Makerere great. No, but for me now, we must apologize.
I'm still talking.
We will conclude with you, Pastor
I'm still
Semper.
talking.
Yes.
Not with empty stomachs. At least yesterday is when they released the money.
Yesterday?
Yes. The money.
We received this man on Sunday after the pressure, whereby on Thursday, where leaders came out and told students, please, we haven't got clear information when we are going to get our money. Students were scared. We haven't cleared our functional fee. Really, when will this money come out? Then students say, since you leaders, you are now not giving us correct information, let's go there, ask them students, without any leader. Let's go there peaceful. We ask them, when is our money coming? We come back. The only what they wanted is money is coming tomorrow or today, which they went there on that Friday by 11, actually at 10, and then police officer actually came and spoke to students, not administrators. They told students they have called the administrators, I don't know who they called, and they say money is coming at 11 a.m. that very day. Then students said, okay, after that communication, as students were going back, that's where they arrested these 3 students. As students were now going back after getting that information that they wanted, that's when they arrested these students.
They serve, if you go to the guild, Makerere University Guild canteen, lunch is 10,000, supper is 10,000, breakfast minimum is 5,000. So you can think expenditure of 25,000 for a student's meals. But the budget for the students who are on government sponsorship is 4,500. That's ridiculous. You expect students to make miracles? No.
Now, the Fisheries Protection Unit under Uganda People's Defence Forces has destroyed illegal fishing gears valued at over 137 million shillings at Lake Albert in Butiaba Town Council, Bulisa District. The fishing gears that were burnt last evening in the presence of local leaders were impounded from different landing sites on the waters of Lake Albert in the last 3 months. The illegal fishing gears that were burnt include boat seine, commonly known as kokota, valued at 60 million Ugandan shillings, mosquito nets fabricated as fishing gears worth 28 million Ugandan shillings, beach seine worth 1 million Ugandan shillings, monofilament worth 31 million Ugandan shillings, among others. Take a watch.
bakiremeire mu nju begembe bakiremeiremu konka message hone yitwe very clear ekirikirya bagirigemu botse bagure ebitimba birungi barije mu bitimba birungi baguma muri yebe mbashishe sente zabo
nakubolekia ngu guno mulimo guno tugugenda kulekera aho gwizire kimaisa atingu atiki ku affecting ensaho yabo bo barabachwire mungu bayikale ni bagura yitwe nituwokia ni bagura yitwe nituwokia ogwo mulimo gujja gukora ki gujja gena maisa.
Now, early this year, Uganda National Union of Disabled Persons, Uganda, commissioned a comprehensive assessment of orthopedic workshops across the country. The assessment was a follow-up of government commitment to improve rehabilitation facilities of persons living with disabilities, especially during the 2022 Global Summit on Disability. We have more in this story.
In 2016, Action Aid International Uganda launched innovative initiative called the Citizens Integrity Award. Insight gleaned from ActionAid International Uganda extensive anti-corruption efforts reveal that endemic corruption in Uganda stems from weak accountability systems, citizens' apathy, greed, impunity. The Citizens Integrity Award represents citizen-led recognition process. This event serves as a platform for citizens to challenge corruption and demand accountability by rewarding integrity. The award aims to inspire others to uphold ethical standards. In 2024, ActionAid International plans to expand this initiative to include the private sector. Reorganizing the corruption syndicate often involves both public and private entities.
The selection process begins with the nomination of award nominees, who should be individuals who have distinguished themselves as men and women in public office over a period not less than 5 years. They should be either currently or in the recent past served in public office, in local government or central government. And we shall have 4 categories of this award, which will include the frontline service providers, management obligations, and the political obligations. Adult Ugandans will complete a simple form which will be shared and also is available on our media handles, given the details of the nominee and the description of the reason for the nominations.
That's why we are working with the Inspectorate of Government and Directorate of Ethics and Integrity. These are very key bodies that are guiding us in line with this award. So it is just a call to our people as well that you should report cases of corruption, have evidence to take away such people who have tendencies of corruption. We need to get them out of society. Much as we are appreciating these ones who are doing well, the other ones are still tainting the image.
And we do apologize for a mix-up of those stories there, but that story was about the civil society organization in Uganda in collaboration with ActionAid International Uganda that introduced a National Citizen Integrity Award as a way to fight corruption among public workers. And the earlier story was about the National Union of Disabled Persons Uganda that commissioned a comprehensive assessment of orthopedic workshops across the country. We'll be getting to that story. But now, moving on, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Local Government, Benjamin Komuramya, stated that local economic growth support projects are addressing people's needs while commissioning several projects in Toro sub-region. Kumumanya said the projects have prioritized agricultural commercialization through increased production, value addition and marketing co-funded by the government and the Lives and Livelihood Fund. The project is being implemented in 7 districts.
I see this power as a propeller, as a driver for development in that little place which is very isolated, very far-flung, very remote, extremely remote. They have the food, they have the energy, but they didn't have a trigger.
Under eggs, we have been supporting production, we support communities in production, we guide them on what seeds to use. We give them a microfinance component which supports them in looking for seeds, but we also go ahead and put up agro-processing facilities, many of them like the Itojo rice and maize processing factory in Toroko, and then we have a number of others. We have bulk storage facilities in Gongoja, in Katapi, and many others. So we support agro-processing, we support post-harvest handling, we support storage. But we go ahead and put up infrastructures like in Pillar 2, where we construct those factories, but we also do community access roads to connect where production is taking place to either the main highways, either the markets, or where there are processing facilities. These projects we have sponsored and we have invested in. First and foremost, we did an analysis. And all these projects are talking to the needs of the population and the districts. And we are telling them to have sustainability plans. And sustainability plans can only be there if you incorporate our LEGS project and investment profile into the district and the national investment profile. And that means when you are making plans for agro-industrialization, you also put in plans for maintenance for these investments.
Now, let's go back to that story that we had introduced earlier on about this year, the Uganda National Union of Disabled Persons, Uganda, commissioned a comprehensive assessment of orthopedic workshops across the country. The assessment was a follow-up of government commitment to improve rehabilitation facilities of persons living with disabilities, especially during the 2022 Global Summit on Disability.
Earlier this year, Uganda National Union of Disabled Persons, Uganda, commissioned a comprehensive assessment of orthopedic workshops across the country. The assessment was a follow-up of government commitments to improve rehabilitation facilities of persons living with disabilities, especially during the 2022 Global Summit on Disability.
So had an opportunity to look at government facilities. In Kumi, for instance, there is no specific government facility for rehabilitation service provision. We have one which is now being operated by a civil society organization, but it's way out of town. And then we have a private facility, orthopedic facility in Kumi town.
During the assessment exercise, NODIPO established that most government rehabilitation units lacked adequate space and accessible designs, had staffing shortages, and lacked specialized personnel. Some had equipment which was obsolete and not well maintained, poor hygiene, and were also congested.
Among the things that came out is that we are lacking across the board. In terms of space, most of the rehabilitation units have got inadequate space for effective service provision. And partly it's because the hospital facilities are also restricted. But accessibility is generally lacking. You're lucky to find a ramp, a functional ramp, in many of these facilities.
In the recommendations, NODIPO has requested government to enhance the budgets of these rehabilitation centers and reduce their dependence on the main hospital budget.
To have a specific budget to support rehabilitation in this country. Because if we don't have a budget, then the rehabilitation centers will continue being more dilapidated, with outdated equipment and with no human resource.
They also want accessibility to rehabilitation centers improved, train personnel to manage complex cases, and have a clear database of PWDs who need access to orthopedic services.
As we speak, the database is not clear on how many people are accessing the services and where and what kind of services. So if this is not integrated, that will continue remaining as an issue, to continue training professionals, because the demand is too much.
The assessment was done in both government and private rehabilitation facilities in the districts of Kampala at Mulago Orthopedic Center, Masaka Hospital, Mbale, Jinja, and Mbarara Hospital. Private facilities included Katalemwa and Cure Uganda. Susan Naung and Andrew Sebira reporting for ABC TV.
It is condoms and so nikitegeeza nti eriyo ebyobuseegu era enakwedo abaana tebajja ku isomero abaana baife ab'obugala bali kwonooneka lwa bintu otu n'ebyo kyokka nga argument eriwo eri nti it is a tourist attraction tulikufunamu ssente so bakulembeze banange ndikwenda tusalewo esente tudifune abaana babenga bali kwitaitanibwa oba esente ezo eziri mu omusayi tudireke tukuume ekitiibwa kyaife ekya Busoga.
No, Baba Bishop, oyogere ku nsonga ya Nyege. Ayi ndikwenda tutegeragane. Nyege zirajjayo bwerere. Wetaga mitwalo 3 okunjira 300,000. Mwana kyo wesomera ine mitwalo 3 ejinjira mu Nyege. Ezira. Ekindi experience yage mu nankani ya Nyege. Bwebaawo hotel okuva iganga okutuka enjeru dibadidwire. Ile tabana Kenya, ile tabazungu, ile tabani bona. It's a big festival. Mukiterezo wanga kimwe bizibu. Aye nekindi. Kampala eriyo roast and rhyme. Basulayo roast and rhyme. Aye zira yogera ko ebyo. Ebyo Kampala zira byogerako. Eriyo brackets and wine. Burangiti no mwenge. It's a festival. Ere ezira byogerako. Aye ekyabusoga. No mutwa azira chikabusoga. Yena yakanagala ati
Jinja doesn't need Nyege. Because Nyege, I heard it is a festival. Always a festival is for a few days. If it was an industry, we believe that our children would get jobs and at least Jinja would develop.
Jinja and Soga at large, we are saying no to immorality and no to Nyege.
We do apologize for the breakup in the sound when we were introducing that story, but of course, as you might have just watched, that was the First Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, Right Honourable Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, talking about Nyege and of course warning religious leaders there to back off the festival and they should concentrate on spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. And she also said there that Nyege Festival fetches a lot of revenue for the country, therefore they should just let it happen. We'll now take a short break and return with much more. Do stay with us.
Uganda fire! Uganda! This is it! Bring that fire like never before! As Uganda Cranes takes on South Africa on 15th November at 4 p.m. Ewa Nambole! One more win! Gatugenda wa AFCON 2025! No panya, no calculator! Nkubidoni, wacha wewe! Katugwe chicho, buy your ticket using Momo at only 25k for ordinary. Atema abakashi! Ordinary goes for 30k, 50k for VIP, and 150k for Mpare Ndebedeba Platinum! Each ticket comes with a free train ride to Nampole. Get your tickets from MTN service centers at Jaberodi, Zebra House, Crested Towers, and Clock Tower. To avoid delays, or simply scan the code on your smartphone for easy entry into the stadium. Oh, why? Remember, no physical tickets will be issued or sold at Nampole. Proudly brought to you by MTN, the #1 supporter of Uganda's football. Together, we are unstoppable.
Uganda, are you ready to kick things up to the next level? The Uganda National Lottery brings you Sports Stake 10. Predict the results of 10 football games and win big. With tickets at only 500 shillings, join the fun and make your predictions count with Sports Stake 10. Sports Stake 10, your ticket to football glory.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
The Ministry of Health informs the general public that there are some cases of Mpox detected in Uganda. The ministry, working with partners and affected district local governments, are doing their best to contain the situation. The signs and symptoms of Mpox are body rash, fever, general body weakness, headache, sore throat, nasal congestion or cough, and swollen lymph nodes. You can prevent yourself from getting infected with Mpox by avoiding close contact with people who have been confirmed to have Mpox or who have signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding touching or sharing personal items like beddings, eating utensils, phones, or other belongings of a person who has the signs and symptoms of Mpox. avoiding contact, including eating with all wild animals, alive or dead, especially those known to carry the virus, such as rodents and monkeys, and those that appear sick or have been found dead. Getting vaccinated if you're among those who have been identified to be at high risk of Mpox infection. Mpox is treatable and usually goes away after 2 to 4 weeks. However, it can be severe, causing even death, especially among children, pregnant women, and those with other health conditions. For more information and support, contact your nearest health worker. Call the Ministry of Health's toll-free line on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500.
To be a winner, you must have the discipline of a tiger. But when fueled with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Congratulations! Your car is happy, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Honorable Fred Biamukama, Minister of State for Works and Transport in charge of transport, invites you to the launch of the 4-acre model campaign in the Greater Chibale District's Bunyoro sub-region. The event will take place at Chikwaya Primary School Playground, Kakumiro District, on November 15th, 2024, starting at 10 a.m. and will be graced by His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni. All residents, civil servants and the leaders from the districts that make up Greater Chibale, Kakumiro, Chibale, Kagadi, Chikube and neighboring areas are encouraged to attend in large numbers. This initiative, led by the President, aims to bring ordinary people into the money economy by showcasing farmers who have succeeded in the 1-acre model, 2-acre model, 3-acre model and 4-acre model. Join local leaders and residents in learning how small land can be used to enhance food security and socio-economic growth. Don't miss this opportunity to witness the transformative impact on local communities.
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. Time for us now to have a look at business news. The fishing communities in the eastern region of the country have hailed President Museveni for instilling discipline in the Fisheries Protection Unit that has created peace on the lake. This was during a sensitization program headed by the Commandant Fisheries Protection Unit, Lieutenant Colonel Masit Kahirwa, where fishermen were inducted on the use of standard fishing gears and how to abide by the fishing regulations.
The chairperson of One Madwa B Village, at the same time Secretary of Madwa site. I firstly appreciate President Museveni for having taught his soldiers how to behave on waters. On those last days, they have been beating people, even shooting them to death, which is not now. Right now, it is not there. When they found you with body gears, they just take you as a person, they don't take you as an animal.
I appreciate what you have done for us. You take our conduct, many thanks to President. But what you have done for us is best. So you are welcome. They really done the best. For giving us that much hope for leaving our children out.
Obuchayi ate obuchayi nga si bwa lujimu eno obuchayi.
International news now, and the breakaway region of Somaliland in East Africa is due to hold general elections on November the 13th. As the self-declared republic pushes for recognition from the international community and begins to play a larger role in the wider region, what could the outcome mean for Somalia, the Horn of Africa and beyond? Henry Wilkins reports.
But whoever wins, many voters say the most important issue for Somaliland, which declared independence from Somalia in 1991, is to finally get international recognition.
Yes, we are sending a message to the international community
to give recognition. Somaliland is a full functioning government. It has political parties. It has currencies. It's different from Somalia. It has stability. It is a democratic country.
Currently, no country or international body recognises Somaliland as an independent nation. Mohammed Abdirahman, an analyst based in Somaliland's capital, Hargeisa, says the incumbent and opposition candidates have starkly different approaches.
On the issue, for example, on dialogue with Somalia, the current government rejects it. The opposition think it's important to engage a dialogue with Somaliland. So one of them thinks it's more on confrontation policy. One of them thinks more is dialogue. That is one issue. The other issue is the MOU that Somaliland signed with Ethiopia.
The MOU, or Memorandum of Understanding, signed in January 2024, gives landlocked Ethiopia access to Somaliland's coastline and a coastal military base. The move
Sports news now as we conclude this bulletin, and two lucky fans have won Guinness sponsored a UK trip for a real life Premier League live experience, and this will be taking place in the UK in the English Premier League. Take a watch.
Calm down, my man. A few tears in his eyes, powered by Guinness, and we are making sure you don't only drink responsibly, but you can go and watch your favorite team.
Lady Luck has smiled on two passionate football fans, Jonan Kato and Dida Sakampa, who will, courtesy of Guinness, soon be flying to the UK to watch a Premier League game live. The two are the first winners of the Ultimate Matchday Prize, which is an all-expenses-paid trip to the United Kingdom.
So this is an experience here at Tales Lounge where we are trying to give back to our consumers. This is one of the promises we made to our consumers, to our fans at the beginning of English Premier League. We all know that Guinness is the official sponsoring beer for English Premier League. So at the beginning of English Premier League, what we did, Guinness availed 4 tickets to be won by 4 lucky consumers. So we've been activating in different outlets, of course in Gulu, Mbarara, Jinja, Fort Portal, and Hoima, and here in Kampala, of course, we've been activating in 5 different outlets. So what we are doing here at Tales Lounge today is what we call an amplified activation.
It was won through the thrilling Guinness Matchday experience, which features a series of live football viewing events curated by Guinness to bring fans closer to the game they love. The lucky pair earned their tickets by entering the Guinness Matchday Minutes draw that was held at Tales in Bukoto. Guinness Match Days are epic viewing experiences where football fans gather to catch all the Premier League action on massive screens with perfect sound, expert punditry, and of course, an ice-cold Guinness. Each match day offers the chance to enter the Matchday Minutes draw and win a trip to watch the Premier League game in the UK, creating the ultimate atmosphere for die-hard fans. After stops in Kampala, the matchday experience is soon heading to Mbarara and Gulu, where even more fans will have the chance to win a trip to the Premier League.
Now, my pastor calls it the bitter stuff, but I can see some people who take that bitter stuff are actually enjoying. So those of you who enjoy Guinness, you can continue. You never know. You may be the next lucky winner. And with that, we've come to the end of this lunchtime bulletin here on UBC TV. Thank you so much for having kept us company. My name is Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, wishing you a blessed afternoon.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
In a world where every day is a battle for survival, one man endures grueling hardships just to make a living.
Hey, yes, sir. Hey,
in Olwatuka, witness a heart-pounding journey of love. Pain, acrimony, and
justification that the line between right and wrong has never been so thin.
Maybe I need to remind him who I am.
So, you killed my wife.
Olwatuka film premiere will be on the 3rd of December 2024 at Uganda National Theatre, sponsored by